morning and welcome. My name is Sandra and welcome to my channel. Now, this is one of those things where I meant to do quite a few of this type of video sort of during January. I just didn't get around to it, basically because things were happening in my life and I just didn't get the time to do it. But this video I was determined to do. In 2019, I can't believe this, but in 2019 I tried out 20 different foundations. Can you believe that? 20 different foundations. All of the foundations I purchased myself, bar one. I was given. What I decided to do is do a ranking system of my foundations and why I've placed them in that category. Are you ready? Let's go. Right, so starting at 20, my least favourite foundation, I haven't actually got it with me now because I actually gave it away. It was a foundation that was launched with a whole load of hype because it was a UK based black British owner. It was a whole load of hype. She invited a whole load of influencers over from the States to her launch. I think her launch was in Selfridges. It was a big thing. The foundation was the Yuma Beauty Say What foundation. What was great, everything about this foundation sounded fantastic. It was done in 4 or 5 different categories. So there was a category for fair, for light, for medium, for tan, for dark, for deep. All these different categories. Each foundation wasn't made exactly the same. They were all made, all the different categories, they were made differently because what the owner quite rightly realised is that each skin type or each skin colour has a different need. So those people who have got fair skin, more dry skin, and they've got different needs for their skin. Whereas those who have got deeper skin tones, our skin tends to be more on the combination to oily. Also, our skin type, for example, will have more blemishes or more hyperpigmentation. So, for example, so what she did, she put in ingredients in the deeper skin tone foundations that would help combat, control the deficiencies that we may have in our skin type. So for each category she did that. So she kind of really personalized the foundations for each racial group almost, which is like, I've never heard of that before. But when I got the foundation, I bought it online. When I bought the foundation, oh my lord, I was really excited. I mean, you'll probably see the video. I'll put the link to the video, or I'll put a picture of how I looked in the foundation above. This foundation applied like hell. It was just so bad. And I tried it in 2 different ways. I applied it how I normally apply my foundations, which is I cleanse my skin, I tone my skin, I'll put on my moisturizer, or if I'm using an oil, I'll do that as well. Then I double prime. I always double prime, so I'll do an all over face primer, and then I'll do my central sort of mattifying primer for my particularly oily areas. Let that all dry, I'll set it all down, and then I apply the foundation. With the foundation, I'll then set it with a powder, and I'll use a setting spray. I do that with every foundation I wear. That's just what I do. With this foundation, I used a brush and I used a sponge. When I applied it on, it just went on really patchy and really blotchy on my skin. Don't know why, not sure what's going on. So with this video, with my first application, I tried it again on another day, thinking maybe it was something I was doing wrong. Tried a slightly different method, and the same thing was happening. I was applying the foundation, very blotchy in application, and as I put a second layer on, it seemed to actually remove the foundation, so I couldn't build it up. So I was getting really patchy, a patchy effect on my skin. It was just a nightmare applying that foundation. The more I tried to blend it in, the more it lifted off. And when I tried to put a concealer on top, it just separated. It just didn't mix at all. Same with the powder, so the overall effect was a mess. And I tried that 2 different days, 2 different ways, because I thought maybe the first time I did it, my skin was too oily, it was too shiny, so I made sure my skin was dry in doing it. Second time I did it, same problem. The foundation was just a mess. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, no. So that for me was the worst foundation I have ever applied. I've never had that problem with any other foundation, just that one. Not sure what happened there, but it just wasn't for me. And as I say again, it was it happened to me. It may not happen to anybody else, but that was my experience of wearing that foundation. So that was number 20, right at the bottom. Number 19, another foundation I haven't got. I received a sample. So I saw this cosmetic range on Instagram, I think it was, or I think I may have been referred to it. Someone asked me to try it out. It was a range called VE Cosmetics, so that was the brand name. And a particular foundation was called Witchcraft Foundation. Right, I have to put a disclaimer in here. I'm not into all this this witchcraft stuff. I'm not into all of that. I'm not into all the stars and the moon and all. I'm just not into all of that at all. I don't mind it as a bit of fun, but I know people really believe in it, and it's just not something I believe in. I kind of stay away from all of that sort of stuff. So I don't mind it if it's just for light entertainment, but when people really get into it, it's kind of a bit freaky deaky for me. So that's that. So this brand is obviously into all of that. So this foundation was called Witchcraft. The lady who owned it, she very kindly sent me quite a few samples in different shades, shades that she felt that would suit me, because she's seen my face, she's seen my picture, so she sent me some shades. So she sent me about 5 different samples, and I did swatch all of them. None of the shades were right for me. The undertones were just a bit weird. So the lightest one that probably could have gone for me had a very red undertone. The very darkest shade that she sent me had an almost grey undertone for me. So what I ended up doing, I ended up having to blend the 2 samples together to get a colour that was near enough my right colour. What I found with them is that the oil control was very poor. It wasn't, because I've got very oily skin, very oily skin, I must say. The oil control was pretty poor. My oil started to break through within an hour, 2 hours. The foundation started to melt, kind of separate and fade on. I mean, the price was good. It was £13.99 if I compare it to the Yoma Beauty one, which was £29.50, but it was just not a foundation for me at all. It's not something I would buy. Right, number 18 was It Cosmetics CC Matte Control Cream. Have I got that here? I have got that here. So that's this one here. I bought this from QVC. So QVC do tend to promote this brand quite a lot. It Cosmetics, they've had a bit of they have got a bit of a checkered history. They've notoriously their shade range is always pretty bad. When they first launched the original CC cream, they had one deeper skin colour, and that deeper skin colour wasn't very deep, and it had the most grey undertone, and it's literally because of the SPF in there, because these products have a very high SPF, and it just made the foundation, the colour, really grey. I do like the product, and I think it's got actually quite a decent, it's a decent formula. It feels really nice, but for the shade and the oil controlling, considering it was supposed to be a matte product, it wasn't that good. I actually found the original of this better for oil control than this matte one. So for me, that was a no-no. So that was number 18. Number 17, if I can see if I can find it here. Did I bring it downstairs with me? I may not have brought it downstairs. No, I didn't bring it with me, so I'll put a picture up on the screen. Is the Dior Forever Undercover 24-hour full coverage foundation. So Dior, Dior have got the what's it called, Darkskin foundation. I can't remember what it's called. It's called a Darkskin or something, but it had a foundation that came out the year before, which I absolutely loved. I mean, I've actually nearly finished that foundation. Great for me to wear in the summer. Brilliant oil controlling, performance fantastic, shade range brilliant. So when I saw that they've launched this other foundation, I thought, all right, I'll give this one a go. It's more expensive. It came in at the price of £36. I think it's actually the most expensive foundation I've got here on my list. It's £36. And they had 2 formulas. They had one for glow and they had one for matte. And you know, with a name like Undercover 24-hour full coverage, you think, okay, this is going to be good, you know, because the other one, the Backstage foundation, was so good. This one's going to be good as well. Oh Lord. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That foundation was terrible. What did I say about it? Very poor oil control, extremely red undertone, and the price was damn too expensive. So that was a no for me, and I was like, damn, I wasted my money on that one. Most of the foundations, I tend to find a way of using it. But this one, it's like I just couldn't. The colour was just, I couldn't neutralise it in any way. It was just a bad foundation. So, blah, blah, blah. Horrible foundation. Next was, where are we? We're on 15. I seem to have missed out a number here. 15 here is Thrive Cosmetics CC Cream. Now, CC creams are something I've really wanted to try, but trying to find CC creams are really difficult for deep skin shades. CC creams are something that's very much Korean beauty. They're the ones who really came out with it. And these kind of creams, CC creams, BB creams, they're very much light products that are very skin beneficial. And that's the main thing about them. They've got lots of benefits for the skin. So when Thrive Cosmetics came out with a CC cream, that had all the benefits of a traditional sort of Korean style CC cream, but they had the shade range, I just had to get it. So I ordered it direct from the States. In the States it cost $38. I did ship it over. I did it directly, so I think it cost me, I can't remember. It wasn't that much in shipping actually, not like some of the products. It didn't cost me that much and I didn't get a customs charge. But the problem for me with this is that even though the colour is great, it was a really lovely colour, very light product which I can just apply with my fingers if I just wanted to go out the door, just even up my skin tone. It's got a nice SPF, because SPF is something that everyone should be using. I think the SPF was something like 35 or 45. Yeah, it's 35 SPF. The problem is really why it's scored so low is because it's just not available in the UK, and there's nothing like this available in the UK for deeper skin tone of this quality. So that's the only reason why it's based so low, because one, it's expensive, and two, it's not available in the UK. It's not an oil controlling product, so if you're looking for oil controlling, you're not going to get it from that. It's like wearing a decent moisturizer, a tinted moisturizer with some coverage, and it's got loads of skin beneficial properties. So that's the only reason why it's rated so low down. Going down, number 14. 14 is, let's see if I can find it here. Is it here? Oh, I should have it here. I'm surprised I didn't bring it down with me. It's the one from Zoeva. So Zoeva released a foundation called the Authentic. Didn't get that much hype actually. I didn't see many influencers, many of the big influencers promoting it. I'll put a picture of it above here. I thought I brought it downstairs with me, but I didn't. I actually quite liked it. It wasn't too bad at all. Only problem was the undertone was orange. Sometimes when I apply foundations, they look really orange on initial application, but once you blend it out and they settle and dry down, it settles down to a decent colour. This one, oh god no, it was just orange all the way, which is such a shame because it wasn't too bad. Oil control wasn't bad, performance was alright, sort of the long wear application, all of that was alright. Yeah, it was just this really orange undertone. It was just like, oh, it was enough to put me off. So hence that's why it came in at number 14. 13 was Rimmel Match. Do I have that here? I haven't got that here either. I don't know where half of these foundations are. I don't know what I've done with them. I think some things I did do a kind of mini declutter, and I think the Rimmel Match might have got thrown away. I'm surprised if I did, but it might have got thrown away. So the Rimmel Match, it came in at £8.99. It's available in all of the stores. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen above. £8.99. Shade range wasn't too bad. So Rimmel Match has been around for a while, a good few years, I say 3 years or so. They only introduced the deeper skin shades at the beginning of 2019, ending of 2018. So when they did that, I thought, all right, let me go out and get it, because I had been asked before to try the foundation. It's just that the shades weren't available. So I think people forget. It's like, oh Sandra, why don't you try this foundation? It's, you know, it's really, really good. But then they're not thinking that have they got the shade range, because not all the brands do the shade range, especially to go in store. I think again something that people forget is that the buying of foundation in store is actually really difficult for people of colour. A lot of the shops don't sell the products in store. You can buy the products online, and that's what they'll always say, oh, you can buy it from us online, but you never know what the colour's going to be like, and you really want to try the product. When you go and you want to try the product on yourself, you want to try it out, you want to let it dry down and see how it dries down. And when you don't have that opportunity to do that, it is a bit difficult, so you have to rely on buying things online. And if you follow my channel for a while, you know that that's how I tend to buy all of my products. I have to buy them online because they're just not available in store. But you are getting some brands now that are actually sort of demanding, or they're actually insisting, they're putting full shade ranges out there now. So the brands that I'm thinking of that are actually insisting on putting full shades out there are things like Fenty, because Fenty you can now get in boots, and NYX I could say you can get in boots as well. Revlon Color Stay, you can kind of get that the full shade range as well. And Maybelline are getting better. I'm seeing more full shade ranges in store as well. But again, not all the brands are doing that. So what you do tend to find is you'll get all the lighter up to medium, maybe up to medium light tan. But anything darker than those shades, you have to go online to find your right shade and cross your fingers and hope for the best. So next was Rimmel. So Rimmel Match. All Control for me on that wasn't very good. Shade was brilliant. I think the shade was something like 604. Shade match was great, but the All Control was extremely poor. So at £8.99, nice affordable foundation, but for me and my oily skin, it just didn't work for me. Right, number 12, we've got the Tarte Shape Tape. Oh, the Tarte Shape Tape. This, it hasn't actually ranked that badly actually, because I ranked all the foundations out of 5. This one actually scored 3.5. So the performance of it was pretty good. When I put the foundation on and it dried down initially, the colour was really nice. It looked good. All Control wasn't too bad. It was actually alright. I mean, this is the matte one, because they've got a dewy one of this as well. This is the matte formulation. So the All Control wasn't as good as I'd expect for a Tarte product, because no, I consider Tarte as a decent quality brand. The shade colour initially was fantastic. The shade was Rich Sand, I believe. Was it Rich Sand? Rich Honey, sorry. This shade was Rich Honey. But damn, when my oil started to come through, oh my word, the colour just deepened and deepened and deepened. It became literally, after the oils came through, it was literally like 3 or 4 shades deeper. It was a completely different colour. So that alone was enough for me to say, no baby, no baby at all. Great to wear for a couple of hours, but once the oil starts to come through, not at all. So that's why it's right quite low in my chart. Next one, Illamasqua. So yeah, I feel bad about giving this one a bad score. Let me see if I can find it. Where's Illamasqua? Is it here? Yeah, Illamasqua Skin Base. I really like this one, actually. As a foundation, I wear it a lot. So the fact that it's coming at number 10 is a bit weird. Because I do actually really like this foundation. The only thing against it really is just the price. It comes in at £26. So it's actually quite an expensive product. But saying that though, places like Lookfantastic tend to have this on offer, and if you usually put in a code like LF20 on Lookfantastic, you'll get 20% off. QVC are also selling this brand now as well, so if they're doing kits or anything or doing offers, look out for that. But as a foundation, I actually really like it. The colour is perfect for me. I wear Skin Base SB1515. It's a nice foundation. It's just literally just the price. It's a foundation I'd wear every day. It's just a nice foundation, and I do still wear them. This one's nearly finished, and I have got a spare one as backup. So it just shows that it's a foundation I like. It's just the price. It's up there, £26. Next is Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. So I did wear this last year a couple of times. I didn't wear it that often, which is surprising actually, but I think the main time I really wore it was when I went to that Laura Mercier event up in London, Brent Cross Shopping Centre, and it was in the Phoenix store in Brent Cross Shopping Centre, and this is the foundation they put on me. It was a Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation, and the shade I was wearing was 6N1 Truffle. Nice foundation. It's got a slightly red undertone. That's the only thing with this, slightly red undertone. It does apply really well. It's just the price is really expensive. It's £36, but performance wise, it performs really well on me. It lasts a long time without breaking up, and the oil control, separation and fading. So the only thing that's put it down, the only reason why it's come down it's because of the price really. £36. It's an expensive product, and I haven't seen any offers or discounts on it, so that's why it's ranked at number 11. So what I should have done there, this should have been number 11, the Laura Mercier, and the Illamasqua is number 10. So the Illamasqua is actually higher than the Laura Mercier. Ranked in at number 9, we've got coming in here is the Elf Flawless Finish. It's quite easily available. You can get it all online. Again, it's another product I had to buy online, and guess my shade. Not sure if it's available in stores yet. I don't think I've seen it in store. I'll have to have a look around, but definitely online. I think I chose a slightly wrong shade for this. Price is great, £7.50, loads and loads of shades for it. What I said down here is that it applied really well. The price is fantastic. Oil control wasn't brilliant. It was all right. It was above average for me. The performance was good. It lasted quite well. It didn't split. It didn't separate. It didn't fade. It's literally just the oil control that kind of let me down on this one. And if out of 10, I actually gave this a 4. So that's pretty good. £7.50. It's a decent foundation, and it will suit all skin types. So dry, normal, combination, and oily. So it's not bad at all. Right. So we're getting into that top 10 now. Next is one that's probably going to be quite controversial. It's the Forever one. This foundation is right. It's just amazing, but it's also as dodgy as hell. So I bought this from Amazon. There is a Forever website, and I think they sell this from, depending if they got offers on, from £12.50 to £25. I bought it from Amazon, and I think my total price, including shipping, was something like £2.50, £3. It's really cheap. The negatives, there's only 10 shades or 5 shades. I think it's 10 shades. So they've got 2 fair, 2 light, 2 medium, 2 tans, and 2 darker shades. So I got the deepest shade they had. So if you're any darker than me, it's not going to be provided for. The shade I wore was 110 or 110. Obviously the price is brilliant. Thing is though, they make claims about how fantastic this product is, which is a bit dodgy. They tend to use videos from big influencers and then claim that it's the foundation. So notoriously they did it with Nikki Tutorials. Nikki Tutorials was trying out I think it was a Dermacol foundation, and it covered up tattoos and everything, and then Forever claimed Nikki Tutorials was actually using their foundation, and she wasn't. So people are buying this product based on their video of using that. And you wouldn't believe this as well, I also got notified that one of the Chinese, because there's lots of different companies as well, so all these third-party sellers, all from China, a couple of the companies use my video as well, because this video is my highest ranked, my highest viewed video. I've got nearly 10,000 people watching my video on this, which is like yeah, so a lot of them have actually, and obviously I think it's because I was deep skin, not many people of deep skin have actually reviewed it. So they've used my video to show, yeah, look, it fits all different skin colours. So yeah, it's a bit dodgy, but it's actually a decent foundation. It does the job. It's for, again, it's for all skin types, but who knows what the ingredients are? Who knows the conditions that it's made in? No idea at all. It's just as dodgy as hell. They say that it's cruelty free, they say that it's vegan. Thing is that a product that's made in China and sold in China has to be tested on animals, so it's definitely not cruelty free. Whether it's vegan or not, I don't know. It's just the claims on this product are just dodgy, so that's the only thing. So but the foundation itself and how it performs is actually all right. It's fine. It's just everything they say about it, don't believe a word. And if you're really worried about your, especially if you've got sensitive skin, yeah, be careful, because again, don't know where this product was made and the conditions it was made in. And if you believe in vegan and cruelty free, definitely don't try it, because who knows basically. Right, number 7 is, let me see if I can find it. Is it here? What is wrong with me? Why don't I bring all these products downstairs with me? I haven't got it here. Why haven't I got it? Oh yes, I have. Right, number 7 is the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Selfie Ready. this is a foundation. I've actually nearly finished this, to be honest. I've actually really liked this foundation. It costs, it's now available in the UK. When I bought it originally, it wasn't available in the UK, but it is now. And I think they're selling it for maybe 20, just under £30 in the UK. You do have to look to see what the price is, but I think it's just under £30 in the UK. I'll put the correct price up on the screen. What I liked, well, I liked everything about it really. I think the only thing I didn't like about it is just the price, because I bought it from the States and I paid shipping. I didn't pay customs, but I did pay shipping. So at the time, it was just access, and it was really expensive for me. For me buying it at the time, it was expensive. It worked out to something like nearly 40 quid to buy the foundation. But saying that though, when I did buy it, there was an offer on it, and I did get a face powder with it as well. So, and it was a nice face powder. A bit gimmicky, but it was a nice quality face powder. But as a foundation, really nice. Loads of shades. I think they said it had something like 100 shades. It was just a whole lot of nonsense really. Something you have to buy online. So you need to read, look at the undertones on there. See if you can find other people on YouTube who have got your colouring to see what shades they've tried when they've bought the foundation. But yeah, I really like it. The shade I got was DP, so Delta Papa November 1, DPN1. And it's the perfect shade for me. Really like it. The only downside is just the price. I've nearly finished this, so it shows how much I've been wearing it this year. Summer, winter, it's done me well. So it's a good foundation. So that was number 7. Coming in at number 6, which is probably going to be a surprise for a lot of people, is another foundation that is still not available in the UK, which is bloody annoying, and it's Juvia's Place. It's Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation. If it wasn't for the fact that this foundation is not available in the UK, it would be probably number 1 or number 2, but because you have to buy it from the States, when I bought it, I didn't do it via Shipperto, I did it direct, and I got hit with some whopping customs charges. So for a foundation that cost $20, which should have been probably about what, say £15 our money, it ended up costing me oh god, I think it was like 40 odd pounds because of all the shipping and the custom charges. So that's the problem. It's access to it, and that's what's put this foundation down, because it's not available in the UK, which is a shame because it's a brilliant foundation. Next is, ooh, have I got it here? Oh well, I didn't bring it down with me, but next is a really good foundation that I tried. Number 5 is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage Foundation. It's everything about it is just brilliant. Brilliant. The only thing that goes against it is the price. It's £29.50, so it's a more expensive foundation. But if it wasn't for that, it'd be right up there in top 1 or 2. Definitely in the top 1 or 2. It's just the price, you know. Yeah, £29.50. It's expensive. Not everybody can afford to buy that as a foundation, but it's really good. Really good foundation. Really enjoyed wearing it. Where it is here, I don't know. I thought I'd put it downstairs with me, but I obviously didn't, so sorry about that. Next, at number 4, so we're getting close to the top here. Number 4 is the Urban Decay Stay Naked. This is a foundation I intended on buying. I just didn't get around to buying it, but my friend bought it for me. So she's given me 2 foundations. She's given me this, and she gave me my spare one for Juvia's Place. So this is the Urban Decay Stay Naked. The shade I was wearing was 80NN, so 80 neutral. And it's quite easy to choose your foundation. They go through the whole thing on their website, so you can buy it in the UK. You can go through the whole thing, so your undertone, your master colour and your undertone. Fantastic foundation. Again, the only thing I had against this is the price again. £29.50. So all these foundations seem to be about £29.50, but a brilliant foundation. Really natural skin-like finish, looks glorious, lasts all day. It would suit all skin types. Just make sure you prep your skin appropriate for your skin type. So if you've got oily skin like me, use a good mattifying primer. If you've got very dry skin, then I would say use a nice hydrating moisturizing primer, and just prep your skin as you'd normally do, according to what you normally do basically. But Stay Naked Urban Decay, great foundation, just the price, £29.50. Bit much. You know what I didn't mention here? Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because it's 2020, so I'm not going to mention that one. This foundation, the one I'm thinking of, because I've got it here with me, is the NYX Born to Glow. But I did this one this year, 2020, so it'll feature in next year's foundation review. Right, we're coming at number 3. Number 3 is, this might surprise a few people, it's the Bare Minerals Original Foundation. I've been wearing this foundation for years, absolutely years. Not this particular pot. I mean, I've had various pots of it, but it's something I've repeated over and over and over again to buy. I tend to buy them from QVC when they have Bare Mineral collections, because they do have the Bare Mineral collections quite a lot. So I do have 2 of this one. I've got 2 Golden Dark, because that's the on QVC they tend to only do 2 deep shades, Golden Dark and Medium Dark, and I've got both of them. Golden Dark tends to be a little bit closer to my skin shade, but the shade I actually am is Neutral Dark, which is number 24, and I think this is shade 26 maybe, I think it is. So it's got a slightly red undertone, but I can get away with it. I just love Bare Minerals. It applies nice and easily. There is a technique, so you've got to tap, swirl and buff, but it's good for the skin. It's very light. You can build up your coverage. It lasts all day. It looks natural. Just a really nice, quick, easy foundation. It looks great on the skin. I love it. Again, it's one of those where you need to make sure you prep your skin accordingly. So if you've got dry skin, make sure you put a nice moisturizer or a nice primer underneath it. If you've got oily skin, make sure you put an appropriate primer underneath it as well. But it's just a great, long-lasting, good performing foundation, and it's good for your skin. One of the things they always say is that Bare Minerals Original Foundation, so good you can sleep in it, and it is. It's a good foundation. I mean, I have slept in it, I think, in the early days when I started wearing it, but you know, especially let's just say before I got married, that's how long this foundation's been around. And you know, you kind of put on a foundation when you're sleeping with your because you don't want to wake up looking like hell, so that'd be the foundation I wear. But yeah, you know what I mean, it's a good foundation. Right, moving on quickly. Number 2 is the, have I got it here, have I got it here, no idea where it is. Right, number 2, I haven't got it here, so I'm going to have to show you a picture on the screen, is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. So again, Tarte Amazonian Clay, for me, this is about me and my oily skin. It's a foundation that gives me great coverage. It does feel a little bit thicker because it's an old school foundation, so you can feel it on your skin, but it gives me the coverage I like, so I can build up to medium or to full depending what I need. It controls my oils. It's a great shade match for me. It's got beneficial qualities to the skin. It lasts well. It lasts all day. I can wear it all day at work and it's not going to give me any problems at all. Just a great foundation. The only reason why it's number 2 is because of the price. It's £33. So a lot of these foundations in this sort of top 5, 6, they're all very close together. But again, with this one, it's all about the price. It's £33. But again, there's offers. Look on the Tarte website, there'll be offers. QVC, sometimes if they're doing collections, they might feature it, so, and they'll have other products as well. So it's worthwhile always looking out for it, looking out for the offers. But as a good foundation that's going to last well, no problems at all, that Tarte one it's a good one. And number 1 is the foundation I'm wearing today. I've been wearing it for about, what time is it now? It's 1:30, and I've had this on since 9 o'clock. Haven't blotted yet, so you can see I'm starting to glow a little bit. I'm going to just highlighter. So I've had it on for 4.5 hours already. No oil breaking through yet. Just a nice foundation. It was launched in 2019. I bet have I got it here? I bet I haven't got it. I have got it. It's the foundation I'm wearing today, and it's the Dose of Colours Meet Your Hue foundation. This foundation is brilliant. Another one that I've actually nearly finished as well. Lots of different shades. In this foundation, there's like 3 shades I probably could have gone for. So the one I'm wearing is 134. I could have easily have worn 135 and 136. So I went for 134 and hoped for the best, and it works out beautifully. It applies beautifully, it works out beautifully on my skin, it dries down, it lasts, it controls my oils. does everything I want it to do, and from what I understand it's great for all skin types as well, so from dry to very oily and sensitive as well. It's just a great foundation, absolutely love it. The only reason why it's coming above the Tarte Amazonian clay is because of the price. So the Tarte Amazonian clay is £33, this is £30, so it's still an expensive product, but of all the products, all the foundations in that £30 range, this is my favourite one out of all of them. So the Dose of Colours Meet Your Hue foundation in 2019 is my favourite foundation for 2019 of all the foundations that I wore last year. Right, I am sure some of you are going to disagree with me about some of the foundations I've mentioned. I've realised that there's one foundation I didn't mention, which is this Revlon Candy, because I did buy this last year. I can't remember if I actually did a review of it, but I know the shade was crap, so I'm not even going to worry about it too much. I don't think the shade range was that great, so it would have been in the high numbers anyway. But I think I tried out a good range of foundations last year. 20, that's a lot. Let me know what you think. I'm sure you might disagree with some of the foundations and my opinions of them. And tell me what your favourite foundation that you wore last year was. This year I've made a promise to myself, and I think I've broken my promise already, that I'm going to try not to buy products outside of beauty boxes. I want to see if the beauty boxes can meet my needs, because what I'm tending to find, particularly with the American beauty boxes, I buy things and the next thing you know I get it in the beauty box. So I'm trying not to buy things outside of beauty boxes, because obviously that's better value for me because you get a few items. So let's see how I get on with that. Yeah, right. Thank you very much for watching. I've got more videos coming up. I think the videos I've got coming up are, I've got an empties for sort of my winter empties, and I've also got a skincare one coming up as well. So that should be, I hope, fairly interesting. And I'm pretty certain that my last Ipsy Glam Bag Plus will be coming in the next few days as well. So it'll be coming in February, so I'll be doing that unboxing when it arrives. Right guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a rather long video, but if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like down below. And if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? You know what you need to do. Just subscribe to my channel and all will be good. Alright guys, take care. Thanks very much. Bye.